Okay, today I am going to make some great tasting all-in-one buttermilk, bacon, egg and cheese breakfast biscuits. I put out the ingredients here on top of the stove. I have used the rest of my bacon. I had about 9 slices, but you can use about 8 to 16 slices. 6 to 10 eggs. I used 8 eggs. A cup to 1 to 2 cups grated cheese. I had some Mexican blend in the freezer I needed to use, so I used that. And about a cup and a half buttermilk. Now, if you don't have buttermilk, you can either make it yourself by putting a little lemon juice in some regular milk and leave it out overnight. Or you can, of course, use it with regular milk. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and some self-rising flour. So what I'm going to do here is about 5 cups of self-rising flour, about a tablespoon of salt, and about a quarter teaspoonful of black pepper. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to cook the bacon, I'm going to scramble the eggs, and then I'll pretty much put everything in the bread maker for a quick mix. And then I'm going to shape them and bake them at 425 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 220 degrees Celsius, for about 12 to 15 minutes or until they are golden brown. So I'm going to now cook the bacon and the eggs. Alrighty, so as you can see here, there's 8 eggs in the left pan and the bacon, chopped up bacon, in the right pan. I found out that taking bacon directly from the freezer and thawing it out at room temperature on the counter for about an hour or so, then they'll be easier to cut than fully thawed. Alright, so kind of scramble the eggs in the pan. Some people use milk when they scramble eggs. I don't use that. As you cook the bacon, kind of loosen up the little pieces, separate them, because they kind of stick together after you cut them when the bacon is only half thawed. But like I said, it's much easier to cut it like that. So cook the bacon to the lightness. Don't cook them too crunchy, I suggest though. And also the eggs, don't cook them too much, because remember, it'll be also baked in the biscuits, otherwise the biscuit will be too dry. Some recipes call for shortening in the biscuits. Well, I'm just going to use the bacon fat. Remember, this is a breakfast biscuit, not late evening snack biscuit. Although if you want to gain weight, the best time of the day to eat fatty food is definitely right before you go to bed. You can eat, it's no problem to eat fatty food in the morning. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day because you will burn up the fat during the day. The later in the day you eat, the less fat you will burn up and the more will accumulate on your body. Okay, the egg's almost done. Turn that off in a second here. Perfect. And these need a few more minutes. We'll give them a few more minutes. So after the egg and bacon are cooked to desired texture, doneness, go ahead and let it cool down a little, and then just simply dump the bacon and the grease, the fat, the good tasting bacon fat, dump that into your bread maker or bowl if you want to mix it by hand. And the eggs. Get all the stuff. Okay, that, by putting the bacon in first, it's going to quickly cool down further. Now we're ready to put in the rest of the ingredients. Your grated cheese. Salt, about a tablespoon or so. I like a little pepper, about a quarter to a half teaspoon, however you like it. And now about a cup and a half of buttermilk. Now I haven't made these in a while, so I may have to adjust a little as I go along, but let me take a guess here and use about 5 cups of self-rising flour. You could also use regular flour with just some baking powder. I'm not going to waste time sifting it. It's not exact science. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, set the bread maker to dough. Press start. We'll see how this turns out. Like I said, I haven't made these in quite a while, so I may have to adjust a little. I'll see in a few minutes. Okay, you don't want to mix this too much, so it's been running about 7 minutes now, so let's stop it. I found out that I actually have to add quarter of a cup of buttermilk, so I used now 1 3/4 cup of buttermilk. Okay, now we'll pour it out. Done with the bread maker. Okay, so I set the oven to 425 degrees, and I'm taking a quarter cup measuring, and then I'm just going to spoon some up in the measuring cup. And try and dump it down on the cooking sheet. Now I ran out of wax paper, so I just gently sprinkled these cooking sheets with olive oil, or you can do butter or whatever. So I'm just going to fill these sheets up, and then I'm going to put them in the oven. Okay, so I got room for 12 on each baking sheet. I don't have that big baking sheets at the moment. So I'm going to put one on the kind of high rack, one around medium, and I'm going to give them about 6 minutes, and then I'm going to swap the baking pan, baking sheets, and give them another 6 minutes and see how they're doing. Okay, so they actually been in 7 minutes on the bottom rack, bottom to middle rack, and 7 minutes on the almost top rack. So 14 minutes total, and they look pretty good. So now we're just gonna let them cool down for a few minutes and taste one of them. With these you want it to be breakfast 6 times a day. I can guarantee you that. They taste really good.